chatter boxes. If you guys haven't done so already, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. This is my chatter, celebrity chatter segment. And let's just dive right into it. We're going to get into some things. So the first topic I want to talk about is the Jada Pinkett and August Alsina. I guess I don't know what you want to call it, relationship, entanglement, whatever label they want to put on it. We're going to get into it. So August Alsina. Now, this is not the first time that rumors have swirled around of an alleged romantic relationship between August Alsina and Jada Pinkett. People were starting to take notice when they were seeing them around a lot. They was hitting the red carpets, a few years back together, but it kind of died down because, no one came out and said anything about it. And the Smiths, they kind of live like out of the box type lifestyle anyway. So people kind of didn't really focus on that too much. Then August Alsina came out with a song, I think it was last year sometime, and it was called something Karen. And people took notice because that's Jada's middle name, and people were saying that he was, talking about Jada, but it was no concrete information. So, August Alsina is promoting his new album, his new CD, and I haven't listened to the whole thing, but the tracks that I did hear was pretty good. I heard you can listen to that album from front to back with no skip. So if you guys haven't done so already, go check his album out. I really love his music. I really, really do. So he's promoting his album. He had an interview with Angela Yee, and he got into some things, and he spoke on his relationship with Jada Pinkett. And from his words, not mine, he said that Will, gave him his blessing. He said because Will and Jada marriage transitioned from marriage to life partners. So that basically means it's some freaky deaky shit going on. And I'm not even going to say freaky deaky stuff. It's just some grown people making some grown decisions based on their current, situation. And it might not be conventional for others, but it works for them. The only thing about that situation is sometimes it's harder for the person that get drugged into their mess. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying August was, innocent in the party, but he was like the pawn. You know what I'm saying? And he was like the pawn. And unfortunately, in his case, he was casted aside. So, he spoke on how he had a deep love for her, still do. But that relationship kind of was like eating at him and tearing him apart, because I guess the secrecy or not getting what he wanted from her and, return, things of that nature. He was like, he just ended up having to just let it go because it was consuming him. And I get it. So after that interview, internet went crazy. Everybody, speculating against, some people saying that they don't believe it. Some people saying they been knew it. It was just a whole like explosion. Will had kept quiet. Then Jada had sent a tweet. It's some help. She sent a tweet saying that it's some healing that needs to be done. So she bringing herself to the red table. So that was like, I think 2 weeks ago. So everybody was like, well, what's taking so long for her to, drop this red table interview? Her interviewing herself or however it was going to set up. And people didn't know if it was going to be her, Will, and Jada. I'm sorry. If it was going to be Jada, Will, and August Alsina, or was it just going to be Jada, her mom, and her daughter, which I kind of knew that wasn't going to be the setup. So the interview dropped. Well, I don't even think it was the full interview, but part of the conversation dropped today. but it was her and Will. So Will was actually asking her questions, and from Will, I understand that they said that they were going through problems because Will kept making reference to, I was tired of you. I was tired of you. I didn't even want to ever think I would even speak to you again. So they were saying how they had to work through a lot of stuff. And in that conversation, Jada was saying how it was a lot of, childhood trauma that she, needed to work through. She was broken, she was in a bad place. And then when August Alsina had came to them, he was in like a weird space. He was sick. They all helped rally around him as a family. Because I think that's what initially how it started. They were friends through Jay, and then I guess their friendship became more than just friends. So, they helped him through like his sickness because he was really, really sick when he was around them. Gave him, the resources, and she was in turn, Jada and August Alsina, they must have, grew close with one another. So Will was privy to the information. He knew exactly he knew what was going on. I guess they completely transparent. The thing is, she said she learned a lot of stuff about herself. She said she had to go through those things to get where she at, and right now she's happy. She's not, miserable. She's better for it. But in the process of you getting better, Jada, someone else is damaged. And when I was watching Marriage Boot Camp yesterday, Judge Lynn Toller said, two damaged people should not come together because you're not going to come as a whole. It's just going to be two broken pieces. In the process of you just needing to sow your oats, feel better about yourself, and cause I don't know, in that journey that you took with August Alsina, how much of yourself you learned. What did you learn out of it? Or it was just that you wanted some different kind of pain. He showed you different things, or I don't know what the scenario might be, because it might not be that trivial. But in the process of you getting your inner peace, you finding, comforting yourself, this boy is damaged. And August, I don't think that you should have played that game with them. I mean, they are very charismatic people. Jada deep. She, I can see how she could pull somebody in. I can see it. I can see how people can be pulled in from they whole little family. I can see that. But August Alsina, you probably should have stayed clear away from that. It's been talk about them frolicking around and swinging around and doing, risque stuff in Hollywood for years. It's been talk about that. Years. You wasn't built for that, player. You wasn't built for it. Because Will, I don't know what's going on in that relationship, but she wasn't leaving you for Will. Now, if Will chose to walk away, that's what Will was going to do, and then she had no other choice. But she wasn't going to walk away from what she built with her husband and her children, all the things that they got going on. Not for you, August, and I'm not saying that she didn't feel for you, but you were always going to come up short in that scenario. You was always going to come up short. Sometimes it's not good for people to come play with them in those games, in those, swim in those waters with sharks. It's just not. You know what I mean? So I don't feel bad for Jada, and I don't feel bad for August, because August, you were a willing participant. You know what you were getting into. You know what kind of people you were dealing with, and you chose to play the game. I just hope that you learned your lesson, and that you would be more guarded next time, and not allow yourself to get in this kind of situation again. Now, Will, he was talking, he was having a conversation. He came off like, he was at peace with it and it wasn't bothering him, but his face and his body language was telling me he wasn't feeling that shit. his body language was telling me he wasn't feeling that shit. And he said to Jada, he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you back." And they laughed and joking up. And he was like, "No, I'm serious. I'm gonna get you back." He still was joking it off, but Will was serious. And Jada was like, "No, no, no, no." She was like, you did enough of that. You did enough of that." And he was like, "Well, I can agree." Well, it's already been stated. I mean, this is all alleged because I have no proof of it. That he got a whole other situation going. I don't know that to be true, but the blogs has reported it. Like I said, it's all alleged. But you know, the tea is out there. You know what I'm saying? Just like they said he was messing with Tisha Campbell, ex-husband, Dwayne Martin. Now that's all alleged, but it's been out there. It's been out there. So I don't know what's going on, but you could tell Will wasn't feeling that crap. You could tell Will wasn't feeling that crap. And they was joking around, talking about what you going to do, what you going to do, bad marriage and all this old stuff, making a joke, making the light out of it. And I do respect him for being somewhat transparent on that red table and letting people know what's going on. Because she could have got up there and said it was a lie. He lied. She could have lied. Like they both denied putting those statements out, through they publicists and things like that. Because it was statements that came out saying that wasn't true. They said Will said that he never gave August Alsina his permission, and things like that. And then they did touch on it. She said, now, she could probably see where August Alsina got that notion that Will gave him his blessing. She said, but can't nobody get permission, to do what we were doing but me. And she's absolutely right. Will can't get nobody permission to enter this cookie. That's mine. I'm allowing it. I don't care what Will say. Because if I want to dip, I'm a dip. Will can't stop that. You know what I mean? And yeah, so I just wonder, everybody talking about Will and Jada and August, but I just wonder, how do the kids feel about this? Because granted, August and Jaden were friends. You know what I mean? How do you feel about your friend smashing your mom? Like, you know what I'm saying? How do Willow feel? Do they feel any type of way? Because they are like these earthy, free-spirited people. Maybe they don't feel no kind of way. But I'm curious. I will be curious to know how the kids feel, because don't nobody want to hear your mom and dad indiscretions. Don't nobody want to hear that. So celebrities have reacted to it, and I'm just going to read off a couple tweets. So, because in the discussion, Jada had said that they were in an entanglement, and Will was like, "No, say what it is. It was a relationship." Like, Jada, you try to put a nice little spin on what you got going on. It is what it is. Call a spade a spade. So 50 Cent said, Jada, entanglement, Will, a relationship. And so it said, "Goddamn, Will, look hit. Shaking my head. What the fuck you do when this shit happens? Laugh out loud. Nah, it's not funny." Because Will looked like a sad puppy. He really did. Then Boozy, oh my God, Boozy, he's a fool. He's ignorant to me. A Louisiana nigga will F your whole life up. We not gonna spare you, B. Laugh out loud, August Alsina. I salute you, ninja. I was in love with Jada Pinkett Smith as a kid too. I would have did the same thing. What y'all think he's saying in his head with this look, talking about Will? Will was looking crazy. And then Lil Mo post, entanglement. When you are entitled to entangle with someone because you want to be happy and to feel good. Little Duval, entanglement simply means women are full of crap. Not I just wanted that D, but I was going through a lot at the time. F out of here. This is y'all leader. Little Duval, shut up. So Trouble, I guess that's the guy that Alexis Guy used to go with. He was like, Will looked like he wanted to cry worse than he did asking Uncle Phil why his daddy ain't with him. So that was just a few tweets from these celebrities, and it's all the men. I mean, Lil Mo was on there. It's all the men. I'm like, men can't take it when a woman do it. You know what I'm saying? They busting jokes at Will and stuff like that. But you men do it all the time. You women, you men do it all the time. Jada just move and play it with her shit. It's just a shame that August Alsina got hurt in the, in the crossfire. But hey, he got a piece of that. He got a piece of that too. So he got something out to do. He got something. So that's my little take on that situation. This is, well, I will leave y'all with that on this situation. I'm gonna lay it to bed. People, if you thinking about getting in a relationship with a married person, just know what you about to enter into. And I don't condone that. I just think married people should be off limits, but we all know it's a high fidelity rate and everybody don't think like that. Me personally, I just think married people should be off limits. But if you are going to go that way, just be prepared for stuff might not be playing out the way you want it to play out. That's just it. That's all I'm going to leave you guys with. That's it. So, and I just wanted to touch bases one more story. There's other things going on in the celebrity channel, but it's not that important to me at the moment. But I do want to touch bases on Naya Rivera of Glee fame. She was reported missing, I think it was yesterday or the day before. She went out on Lake Piru with her 4-year-old son. They jumped off the boat, I guess for like a swim. He had his life jacket on. Hers was still on the boat. He was found on the boat. Now it's unclear if she put him on the boat and then she jumped back off to go swim. I'm not exactly sure how that went down, but she's missing and they are presuming her to be dead. They did the search and nothing has came up yet. So I don't think they're going to pursue with another search, and it's not looking too great. So my heart goes out to her family. I hope she returned well, but the eyes don't look that good. But miracles can happen. I just couldn't imagine what the son must be going through, because he was talking to authorities, so he's pretty smart for his age. So I don't know. This is just it just I don't know. Something going on with that Glee cast. That Glee cast can't catch a break. They can't catch a break. So like I said, my heart goes out to her and her family. I am praying for her safety, safe return. I hope maybe she was just pushed ashore somewhere and, rescuers can find her. I'm just holding out hope for that. So that's all I have for you guys today. If you guys like the content, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. And if you guys have any topics that you want me to discuss, just leave it down in the comment section. I'll be happy to do it on my next celebrity chatter. That's all I have for you guys today. Don't forget to holler at your girl.